Hey, what's up guys, it's John Spear with Warhammer. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to connect a Connectrac. So right now what I'm doing is I'm going to be fishing up the main cable, which is going to be similar to this. It's got a hidden unit like that. We're going to fish it up the wall, and then we'll be able to kind of start the process. So right now I'm just wrapping right now. And then I'm going to tie this up to my fish string, and then we'll get it up the wall. Alright? Alright, now I have my Connectrac main connection up. So we will begin to take off this carpet that's going to be here. I kind of pre-set up the lengths, which are these guys right here. Got those all set up. So what we're going to do now is kind of measure them off, see how much carpet we need to take off, and go from there. I'll report back here in a second. So a nice little thing you can do for the flooring guy, because he's gonna have to come back, is to mark the tiles. So got that little guy, get that little guy, 3, and then on the tiles themselves put the number associated with the tile, and that makes them a little less likely to hate you. So at this point, you're gonna wanna connect this guy to your main hub. And it just goes on with these little clips. Just make sure that they are in line with that little clip right there. So you just snap it in, and there you go. And then at this point, you should hammer drill 2 little spots for you to put your anchor points. And start laying out your anchor points at that point, because there should be 2 over here at the end of the track, 2 at the front of the track, and then 2 at the beginning right there. Alright, so now what we're going to want to do is put our end cap on. So you'll see this little yellow thing right here, and what you're going to want to do is pinch this and pull it off. Okay, so that's easy peasy. So this is just a little end cap. You can kind of just throw it away. Then what you're going to want to do is get your Connectrac end and clip that into place. And once again, let's see if I can relocate it. So once again, we'll go in here. I'll make sure that it's clipped in properly. Alright, and as you can see, these little guys right here are fully engaged. So it should be good to go on that. Once again, you have your anchor points right there. And then when you're about to install your little receptacle, you pull this little tab off, and it releases that, so giving you the capability to plug it in to those little guys right there. You can see that. Those little guys right here, and it'll slide right in. Alright, so we'll get that all set up, and we'll meet up with you in a second. Alright, so your next step is going to be to lay out the sides. So you want to get the big side that's kind of tapered down and butt that up against your little guy. Same thing, but the more tapered end. And get that little guy. Of course, it's like rough. And make sure that they're butted up against each other really well. You'll see a very minimal gap once they're installed correctly. Make sure your area's away from any debris. You want to make sure that right here on the edge of that is where your main track ends.
Hold guard, hold guard, hold guard, hold guard.
So what I like to do is get a razor blade and cut that little piece off and then trim it. There you go, now it's nice and butt up against it. Same thing with this guy. So make your mark. Grab your tape measure. Get it off the edge, it's 3 inches. Make your mark at 3 inches. Then grab a Sharpie. Level. There you go. Button it up really nice. There's one half. to your other side. Clear the area of any debris. Find your thick part. Make sure you get the thick end, not the skinny end. It's a tongue and groove system. Do the same thing. Make sure it's nice and butt up against each other. Do the same thing with this. Trim off any of the excess. So you got yourself a nice little thing. Then you're going to want to grab your plastic round pieces. This little guy goes on the front of your deal and it just clips right in. And then just start unfolding them. And these little guys just snap into each other. insert in. That's how you get it. Alright, now let's say you have a data box. So the data box is a lot easier. You just clip it on, and then it comes with 4 long screws, and you just insert those. And what it does is, once you push it all the way down, it folds it out. So this thing becomes steady. So there's 4 total. Okay, and then you just kind of wing those things down. I'm gonna do it with the good old Milwaukee Surge, just to make this process quicker and nice and slow. Okay. And then you can feather it in with your regular screwdriver to bottom them out. I like to do that just so you don't, I mean everything's plastic, so you don't want to make a mess. So this thing becomes super sturdy at that point, or sturdy enough. And then the wires, they just slip right in through here, and the guys are able to make it up. Easy peasy. And this is kind of how it looks when it's done. And then there's a little cover that goes over it. The carpet guys will come back. I'll put the molding on it. I'll cut these little guys to fit. So, you know, we obviously cut this end and made it so it would fit perfectly. And then you have a seamless transition. Enough of it, make sure you, when you do cut it, you leave enough to go under this little lip right here. And then you'll slide it in there so it looks seamless.